Listen, most folks think their gardening season ends when the leaves start falling. Dead wrong. While your neighbors are packing away their tools, you could be starting crops that'll actually thrive in the chill. I'm about to share 14 plants that love November's cooler temps, and 3 of them will surprise even seasoned growers. Stick around, because number 11 changed my entire approach to cold weather gardening. Hey there, garden friends. Welcome back to Earthly Gardening, where we grow more while spending less. If you're new here, you've just discovered your go-to spot for practical, wallet-friendly gardening wisdom. We're building a community of growers who believe you don't need deep pockets to have a thriving garden. Before we dig in, do me a quick favor. Hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss our budget-friendly tips. Today's video is packed with specific varieties and timing tricks that work, so grab your notepad. Trust me, you'll want to remember these. Now, let's get into these 14 November champions that'll keep your garden producing when everyone else's has gone dormant. November gets a bad reputation in the gardening world. People see shorter days and think it's time to quit. But here's what I've learned after years of trial and error. This month is actually a gold mine for certain crops. The soil still holds warmth from summer, pests have mostly disappeared, and these plants we're covering today, they genuinely prefer the cooler conditions. You're not fighting nature anymore, you're working with it. So let's talk about what actually belongs in the ground right now. Crop 1, garlic. First up, garlic. Now, I know you've heard this one before, but hear me out on the timing. Most people plant garlic and forget about it. Wrong move. November is your sweet spot because the cloves need roughly 4 to 6 weeks of cold temperatures to develop properly. Here's the thing nobody mentions. Separate your cloves the night before planting, not weeks in advance. Plant them pointy end up about 6 inches apart, 2 inches deep. Use the biggest cloves from your bulb because size matters here. The small ones? Save those for cooking. A single row of garlic planted now will give you fresh scapes in spring and full bulbs by early summer. Cost? Minimal. Impact on your cooking? Massive. Crop 2, broad beans. Broad beans, sometimes called fava beans. These guys are absolute tanks in cold weather. They'll survive frost that would destroy other legumes. Plant them 2 inches deep, 8 inches apart. Here's my trick. Soak them overnight in lukewarm water before planting. They'll germinate faster and stronger. The variety matters here. Look for Aqua Dulce Claudia if you're in a colder zone. These beans actually taste better after they've been through some frost. The cold converts their starches to sugars. Plus, they're nitrogen fixers, meaning they improve your soil while growing. You're essentially getting paid to grow them. Crop 3, winter lettuce. Winter lettuce varieties are completely different from summer types. We're talking about winter density or Arctic king, names that tell you exactly what they do. These don't bolt when temperatures drop. Instead, they grow slowly and steadily through the cold months. Plant seeds ½ inch deep, thin to 6 inches apart once they sprout. The flavor? Incredibly sweet because they're not stressed by heat. Harvest outer leaves as you need them, and the plant keeps producing. 1 packet of seeds will keep you in fresh salads for months. That's about $3 for continuous greens. Your grocery store can't compete with that math. Crop 4, onion sets. Onion sets are basically baby onions you plant now for harvest next summer. This is where people mess up. They buy whatever's available. Don't. You want overwintering varieties specifically. Radar and electric are bulletproof choices. Plant them so just the tip shows above soil. Space them 4 inches apart in rows. The reason November works so well is these sets establish roots before ground freezes. Then they're ready to explode with growth when spring arrives. You'll have harvestable onions weeks before anyone who plants in spring. Every meal uses onions, so growing your own saves serious money over time. Quick pause here. If you're finding this helpful, smash that like button. It genuinely helps more gardeners discover these tips. And drop a comment telling me which crop you're most excited to try. I read every single one, and they help me plan future videos. All right, let's keep moving because the next ones are even better. Crop 5, spinach. Spinach in November is a completely different plant than spring spinach. Look for varieties with winter in the name. Winter Bloomsdale is my personal favorite. Scatter seeds thinly, cover with half an inch of soil, firm it down. Here's the secret most people miss. Spinach needs darkness to germinate well. If you're having trouble, cover the row with a board for a few days until you see sprouts, then remove it. These plants will sit through winter barely growing, then boom, massive harvest in early spring when store prices are highest. The leaves have this incredible buttery texture that summer spinach never achieves. Crop 6, kale. Kale thrives when temperatures drop. Actually thrives, not just survives. Winter boar and red boar are powerhouses. Plant transplants now if you can find them, or direct seed if your ground isn't frozen. Space them 12 inches apart. Kale gets sweeter after frost touches it. That bitter edge summer kale has gone, completely transformed. You can harvest leaves all winter long in most climates. Even if it snows, brush off the snow and pick what you need. This is one of those crops where few plants feed you constantly. Super efficient use of space and money. Crop 7, arugula. Arugula, or rocket as some call it, is ridiculously fast and cold-hardy. Seeds are tiny, so mix them with sand before broadcasting to avoid crowding. Barely cover them with soil. You'll have baby leaves ready to eat in 3 weeks, even with November temperatures. The flavor is peppery and distinct. Nothing like store-bought, which sits in packaging for days. Succession plant every 2 weeks through November if your ground cooperates, and you'll have continuous harvests. A small container of arugula at the store costs $4 or $5. A seed packet costs $2 and produces hundreds of servings. Krop osum, pak choi. Pak choi handles cold brilliantly and grows fast. This is an underrated vegetable for budget gardeners. Seeds go in half an inch deep, thin plants to 8 inches apart. The whole plant is edible, leaves, stems, everything. It's ready to harvest in about 40 days from seeding. The taste is mild and slightly sweet. Works in stir-fries or fresh in salads. Here's why I love pak choi for November. It rarely bolts in cool weather, which is the problem it has in spring plantings. You're avoiding its main weakness by planting now. Smart timing equals better results. Crop 9, turnips. Turnips are making a comeback, and for good reason. They're dual-purpose crops. You eat both the roots and the greens. Plant seeds half an inch deep, 3 inches apart. Purple top white globe is reliable everywhere. These roots actually taste better when grown in cool conditions. No body texture, no harsh white. Just sweet, tender roots in about 50 days. The greens are milder than mustard greens, but more interesting than lettuce. You're getting 2 vegetables from 1 seed packet. That's the kind of efficiency that keeps gardening affordable. Crop 10, cilantro. Cilantro is finicky in warm weather. Bolts immediately, becomes useless. November solves that problem completely. This herb wants cool conditions. Broadcast seeds and barely cover them. They need light to germinate. Within a few weeks, you'll have fresh cilantro when stores are charging premium prices. The flavor is more intense than summer-grown cilantro too. If you've struggled with cilantro before, try it now. The plant you've been fighting against summer heat becomes cooperative in November. This timing trick alone is worth the price of admission. Crop 11, carrots. Now here's the one I mentioned at the start. Carrots planted in November. Sounds crazy, right? But listen, in mild climates, carrots germinate slowly now and develop sweetness that spring carrots never match. The cold converts starches to sugars as a survival mechanism. You want nonce or Chardonnay types for this. Sow seeds 1/4 inch deep in loose soil. Mark the row clearly because they take weeks to emerge. Keep soil moist, but not waterlogged. These carrots will be ready for spring harvest, and they'll be the sweetest you've ever tasted. This timing completely changed how I grow carrots. Game changer. Crop 12, radishes. Winter radishes are nothing like those little round spring types. We're talking daikon, watermelon radish, black Spanish. These store for months and have complex flavors. Plant them 1 inch deep, 2 inches apart. They mature slower in cool weather, 60 to 70 days, but they don't get pithy or bitter. Store-bought daikon costs several dollars per pound. You can grow pounds of it from $1 seed packet. The math works beautifully. Plus, Radishes break up compacted soil as they grow, improving your garden bed for free. Crop 13. Parsley. Parsley is biennial, meaning November planting gives you harvest for a full year ahead. Use transplants if you can. Parsley seeds are notoriously slow. Space plants 8 inches apart. This herb tolerates serious cold, keeps producing fresh leaves when everything else stops. Fresh parsley transforms, cooking in ways dried stuff can't touch. The investment is tiny, maybe $3 for a couple transplants, but you're looking at hundreds of harvests from those plants. The financial return on herbs is better than almost any vegetable. Crop 14, mache. Last one, mache, also called corn salad or lamb's lettuce. This is the ultimate cold weather green that almost nobody grows, which is criminal. Seeds are small. Broadcast them, press in a soil, barely cover. Mache survives temperatures that kill other salad greens dead. We're talking single digits. The flavor is nutty and delicate. Texture is tender. European gardeners have known about mache forever. Americans are just catching on. A plot 2 feet by 3 feet gives you endless salad greens through winter. It self-seeds readily too, coming back year after year. Plant it once, benefit for seasons. All right, real talk for a minute. Everything I just covered works, but only if you actually do it. November doesn't wait around. Your window is now, today, this week at latest, depending on your location. Don't get paralyzed trying to plant all 14. Pick 3 that excite you most, get them in the ground, learn from the experience. Next November, add 3 more. That's how you build real gardening skills. Incrementally, without stress, without breaking your budget. The best part about November planting? You're investing tiny amounts of money now for harvest when food prices spike in winter and early spring. That's strategy. That's working smarter. And honestly, there's something powerful about gardening when conventional wisdom says to stop. You're producing food while others aren't even thinking about it. Before you head out to plant, make sure you're subscribed so you catch our next video where I'm covering how to protect these crops through harsh weather without expensive equipment. Just clever techniques that cost nothing. Hit that like button if this was valuable. Your support keeps these detailed guides coming. Drop a comment with your biggest November planting question. I'll answer personally, and it might become our next video topic. Thanks for spending time with me today, garden friends. Now get out there and prove that November is a beginning, not an ending. I'll see you in the next one. Happy planting.